A few weeks ago, I reviewed this $35 keyboard. A lot of you asked me to mod it. A lot of you. Let's go make it better. Alright, here's the plan. I've got the K552 right here. I'm gonna cannibalize this keyboard and take off all the keycaps, leaving it a shell of what it used to be. I'm gonna use the switches and stabilizers in here. I'll just make it a whole lot better. And I've got some interesting things planned that I've never ever done before, so make sure you stick around. Okay, first things first, I've got to get rid of this logo. It's just really bugging me, and some of you said that I could just erase it with an eraser, so let's go try it. Someone said it would take like 15 minutes for real. It doesn't look like anything's coming off, but there's some pink stuff coming off in the form of eraser shavings. It would be really fast, they said. It would be really easy, they said. But no, I'm sacrificing my eraser. I did it. It's clean. There's barely any Red Dragon logo left. But look at all these eraser shavings. Oh, I feel like Salt Bay up in here. Okay, we're done with this. Next, we're taking it apart, look at the inside, see what I'm working with, and then doing a little something special. I learned online that you can convert whatever this is to a USB-C detachable cable, so that's what I'm gonna do. I ordered all this stuff, and I've never done this before, so I'm a little nervous. Oh, indeed. Censored. First, I'm gonna cut this cable, so there's no going back after this happens. Okay. There's no going back after that. This is a wire stripper. This is a cable, and I've never used this before, so I don't know what I'm doing. It says wear safety goggles. Boom. Okay, I got the wire off without any help from anybody whatsoever. Now I need to strip each wire individually to reveal whatever's underneath here. These wires are too small for the wire stripper. I looked online, and apparently you can solder off these wire ends, and the inside cable won't melt. Okay, I just finished soldering these cables to the USB-C breakout, and now I have to test it. And there's a pretty good chance this may not work, but there's a small chance that it could too. Snap it in. Okay. Oh!
Is it working?
Okay. It just lit up, and I think it works. So using these tweezers, I'm going to test these inputs to see if it will type anything on the computer. Please work. Oh, it works! It just typed U like 6 times. It works! Okay, we have to unplug it. I'm gonna unplug it from the computer first so I don't shock myself over there. We have to make a hole in here because ideally we're gonna make the USB-C cable on the left corner, and that's why this cable is so long. So I guess we use our drill power, with Jake's help of course, to make a hole here. Here we're drilling a hole in the top left of the case to provide a spot for the USB-C cable to break out, using a small drill bit here and then filing it down with a metal filer to make sure that it's the right size. And there it is. So it doesn't look as clean as it could be, but it gets the job done. To mount the USB port to the case, I need to drill holes for some screws to go in because there's nothing there right now. And now to actually mount the USB-C port, we need to tap some screws into this case. All of these tools will be in the description. We screwed 2 holes in the case. We tapped it with this thing. And now we're using 2 M3 screws and a singular M3 nut on each screw to put the port into the case to make sure that it lines up. Okay, so everything looks really good from this angle, right? But lo and behold, we actually screwed in the wrong hole. So this one was the one that you guys saw a screw first, and then we decided, oh, it's not in the right place. So now all this is being done in the right place. It's not embarrassing. We'll link everything down below if you want to do this for yourself, along with maybe some instructions too. All right, the cable's in place. Now let's add some foam. The foam is cut, except it's a little preemptive. In fact, we actually have to go and spray paint this case a special color, so make sure you stick around. But in the meantime, we're gonna lube these switches and stabilizers, but you guys have seen enough of that, so it'll be done like. And just kidding, it actually took a really long time to mod these stabilizers because there was a lot of lube on them from the factory. It was sticky and it was gooey, pretty nasty, but they're all done. And lubing Otomu switches actually takes a really long time, 3 hours, and 1 hour of that was just opening up the switch, which was just torture, and it's done. Easy as that. Just kidding, it took a really long time. So the rubber feet and the sticker actually left behind a lot of residue, so I need to goo gone some of these things. I need to sand down the plastic to allow primer to stick to the case a lot better. Yep, just sanding away, real awkward. The first layer of paint will be primer, and it's gray. You can pick whatever other color, but we have gray, so we got gray. It's looking a little drab, but do not worry, we will cover this drab gray with tape. With tape, and then with paint. Got my first layer here, and that will be this beautiful aquamarine turquoise teal color of blue, and then a complementary dark blue, and listen to this. Isn't that just the cleanest line you've ever seen? Probably not. So it's not the best, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with the results, and it's quite beautiful. Clean. So you do see that there's a hole missing there. I did end up spray painting that outside again, and the back side actually makes up for it. And now it's time to put everything back together. So that USB port that we put in before, I had to screw it back in again after taking it out. And then that foam we cut before, now I'm putting it back in, making sure to leave a hole for the cables to connect to the PCB. In goes the PCB, in goes the plate, snap it all down, screw it all in. And there's only like a few, just kidding, there were like 12 screws. Put the switches back on, and guess what? They all work. And behold, the finished product.